Here I am going to explain a machine learning model which predicts whether the loan has been granted or not based on the different parameters. Here I am using support vector machine algorithm. I am using this specific algorithm because we have in our dataset a lot of features are there. So SVM is said to used when we have a lot of features or different data points in our dataset. So first of all, we need to import our dataset into the Jupyter notebook. So to do that, I am using pandas library and giving as a alias name as PD. So here is the path. I am storing the whole path in a variable named path. So here is my data set. After that, I am creating a variable named data frame df and reading the CSV file. To read the CSV file, we use the read CSV function which is under pandas library and giving a parameter named path. So I'm showing my data field. So this is our data field. You can see we have a lot of features in this. So loan ID, gender, married, dependents, these all are independence columns which affects the our loan status, which is our dependent column. It is in the form of yn. It means y for yes and n for no. Here our data set is quite big. As you can see, it has 614 rows with 13 columns. So if we describe our data, df.describe, we can clearly see we have a lot of anomalies in this. As you can see, loan amount, it has 592 columns only with whether we have total of 614 rows. So remaining rows must be empty. So we have to tackle that anomaly. So to do that, I am using fill na function which fills the empty value by 1.0 in the credit history. So now if we see the value counts, we can see the value in the column 1 is 525 and 0.0 is 89. So now if we see the unique values in that column, we can see there is only 1.0 and 0.0, nothing, no empty values are there. Now for the loan amount, I am filling all those empty value by median values, all the medians of the columns. So for the loan amount term, I am filling those empty value by median, same thing. Now if we describe the data, we can see all the columns have the same number of rows, 614 and 614, 614. So our data set is good to go. Now if we see the unique values in the gender field, we can see male, female as well as nan. So we have empty values in the gender, so we have to fill it by something. Now we cannot fill the data using median function because we don't have integer values here, we have string values. So first of all, we have to see which value is maximum in our column. So if we see the value counts, we can see male are 489 and female are 112. So we have to fill those empty columns by male only. So here I am filling gender dot fill and by male. Now if we see the unique values in the column male and female, no empty values are there. Now the same with the married column. So here also it is empty field. So we are seeing where which value is more. So yes is more. So I am filling those empty values by yes. So now if we see the unique values, there is no and yes, no empty values are there. So this column is right. The same with the same self-employed, there is also empty values. So I am filling with stores empty values by no. Same with the property area. If we see the property area dot unique, we can see urban, rural, and semi-urban. No empty values are there. So now I have to use level encoder because all the columns, all the values in a column should be integer value, not the string value. So we have to labelize the data because our columns, all the values in the columns are not integer type. Our model will only accept the integer type. That's why I'm changing or transforming the gender, married, education, self-employed, property, area. These all columns into integer type. So now if we load our data set, we can see the new columns here. These are all new columns which I have created in this block of the code. So we can see now gender and 1 1 1 or 0 1 for male and 0 for female, and the same with all the remaining data. Now the columns we don't need longer. I'll drop those columns to make our data set clean. So I'm dropping loan ID, gender, married, education, self-employed, property, area, these all columns from the data set. Now if we show our data field, we can see we are left with these only columns which are needed. But in our one column dependents we have one string value 3 plus, which I have to remove that value. So if we see the unique value in the dependents, we can see 0 1 2 3 plus and none. So these are all string values only. First of all, I need to remove the empty values. So now if we have the string value in the column, we have to remove that by knowing which have the maximum count. So here I am showing the count value. So showing the count, we can see we have maximum number of zeros 345. So I need to remove those empty values with 0 only. So now if we see the unique value, we are left with 0 1 2 and 3 plus, where 3 plus, but these are all string values, so we need to change into the integer values. So the same with the label encoder, I am transforming that columns and creating a dependence and a new column here. So now we don't need a loan status. No, sorry. So this is our data field. So now we need to split the data into x and y, and again splitting x and y into x train, x test, y train, y test, using train test split under the sklearn library. So now the coming to the part of the pre-processing the model, I'm using standard scalar here because we have a lot of difference in our data. So using standard scalar and transforming the x train and x test. Now I'm importing SVM algorithm using sklearn.svm import at svc. I'm creating a object name model for the svc function. So now I'm training our model with x train and y train. Now I'm predicting the model with the x test values. Now if we see the confusion matrix here, we can conclude our data, how our data is accurate. So if we see 24 127, these are the true values, true positive and true negative values. These are false positive and this is false negative values. So if we calculate our percentage, so we can see here we have 82%. So our model is 82% accurate. We can see the accuracy, we can check the accuracy using score value also. So if we do, we get the same data 82%. So our model is pretty good in prediction. So if we use different values for the independent value in this, we can predict our we can predict the result here if the loan has been granted or not. So I am storing predict value by spread of 0, because this model, this prediction value, it will give a list of, it will give the result in list. So I'm storing I'm extracting the value from list, and if spread is y, it means loan granted, else loan is declined. Now I'm doing same with the PyQt5. I'm deploying the model into PyQt5 model. So here is my whole data which I have copied and pasted here. So if we run this, we can see a form like this. So if we verify our model is correct or not, I will use the same data we have used before. So this data, I inputted the same data here, and on submitting I get the loan prediction which is same with the previous value. So this was the explanation of the model, machine learning model to predict loan.